Hello, and welcome to a BTFO. This one feels like kind of a special BTFO because for those of you who have followed this journey of me doing BTFOs, you might know that the first BTFO that I did was on Longlegs, Osgood Perkins' film from last year. And so today we're going to be talking about The Monkey, Osgood Perkins' next movie. And if you've seen that first BTFO, you'll know that I did not like Longlegs. I thought it was a really dumb movie that tried to play itself as really smart. I quite like The Monkey, and I like it because it is a very dumb movie, and it plays it as a very dumb movie, where it's kind of another like Final Destination, and like I very much enjoyed that the tone throughout was, no, we're not like, this isn't serious, we're not like really trying to be serious. Everything is very over the top and like goofy, and like the way that the monkey kills people is typically a like Rube Goldberg machine-esque way. Some sort of like violent death that wouldn't necessarily occur naturally. The closest one to being like a semi grounded, I guess I would say, because I wouldn't say realistic, but is the babysitter at like the like restaurant where they cook stuff on the stove, and he cuts her head clean off, which that was the part where it's like it's a bit over the top, where it's like I could see if it was like, oh, he like, you know, didn't quite realize how like far out the knife would go and like slit her throat. It's like that would be fine, but the fact that it's like, no, there's no way you're cutting a person's, like, that knife would have to be so sharp to just cut a person's head off without like realizing it. You know, like that's kind of insane. And like that leads into one of the aspects of The Monkey that I didn't quite like, where like the church scene especially, they have the pastor come out and he's like very cynical, where it almost feels like there had to be a deleted scene where we got more from like the pastor character, because he's like a real young guy and he comes out and like basically immediately is like, yeah, so I don't know, man, like I'm kind of having a crisis of faith because somebody like got beheaded, and like that's crazy shit, and like, is God real? I don't know, like, you know, maybe nothing matters, and like that's the lesson that we should take away from this. And it's like it's kind of funny, but at the same time it gets into that issue that I think the film has, where it is very cynical, and that's fine, but it also just sort of doesn't acknowledge like any counter to being cynical. That it's just like, no, that's just the way this world is. Everyone is a cynical asshole, and like that's it. There's no, like, there is no redeeming person or like redeeming qualities of people. It's just everyone is a cynical asshole. And it's like that, it can be fun, but I do wish that there was at least some form of a counter. But like, I don't know, I really enjoyed what is his name? Theo, the main the main actor, the guy from the Gentleman TV show, um, in this he plays dual characters. He plays both grown-up brothers, and unlike Osha and May from The Acolyte, you can very much tell the difference between them, which I really enjoyed. Like, it's so goofy and over the top that, like, I could enjoy it quite a bit. Where, like, I love the one brother, you know, because they both have, like, an awareness of the monkey and are, like, wary of it. But I like that the one brother is, like, pretty much a normal guy who's just like, yeah, look, man, like, I'm not really letting anyone get close to me, because, like, you know, there's always a chance that they could fucking die in some, like, horribly gruesome way. Meanwhile, the other brother is, like, super obsessed with the monkey and has become a complete, like, weirdo, where he's, like, I love the phone call where he's like, the monkey that likes killing our family is back. You must vanquish it. And like, you can see this in the trailer, and the other brother is like, why don't you vanquish it, Bill? Like, come on, like, but and then, yeah, the twist there where, like, because I thought it was kind of weird, because I saw this, like, an early screening, and like 2 weeks before it came out, so this B.T.F.O is a little late getting out, but like, it was kind of weird, because I put together from, like, the first time that we saw adult Bill, the, like, what his outfit was, and that made me laugh. But, like, I know that it took, like, most of the rest of the theater. Like, I think I only heard, like, one other person kind of, like, giggle at, like, his outfit. But then they do explain it later as, like, oh yeah, remember how when he was a child and he said that, like, he wasn't gonna take off his funeral suit because the next time he takes it off, like, that means he'll just have to put it back on again? Well, as an adult, he's still wearing the same, like, funeral suit. And, like, because obviously he's grown, he's had to expand it, and so he's, like, sewed on, like, the bottom half of one of those, like, black Hawaiian, like, flame shirts. Like, he looks so goofy. As we get the reveal that basically the whole time he's been trying to kill his brother, and so he just keeps turning the key on the monkey, and he's, like, basically killed off this whole, like, small town full of people just trying to kill his brother. And, like, he's like, okay, well, I want, like, your son, I want him to turn the key, because obviously the monkey doesn't take requests, and so maybe if he doesn't want you to die, but then he turns the key, maybe it will kill you. And, like, he does that, like, the kid ends up turning the key, and it doesn't kill, the brother. I think it's Hal? Yeah, Hal and Bill. And so then Bill gets upset and, like, goes to force the monkey to, like, play the drums. Like, it has a big reaction, and then Bill ends up dying, and then they go outside, and it's, like, it's the apocalypse. Like, they literally see the Pale Rider on the white horse, and it's like, okay, like, that's, like, I'm glad that the monkey committed to just being over the top nonsense, where it's like, yeah, no, it doesn't, like, if you're looking for a serious story that, like, all connects together, it's like, no, not really, like, but it does it in a way where it's not like giving you contradictory information all the time. It's just a really goofy and like wacky film. I'm here for it. I'm really glad that they committed to it. I was really worried going into this movie after Longlegs that, like, oh god, is it gonna be another like artsy, like, oh, you're just not smart if you don't get it. But it's like, no, it's very much a, no, this is dumb fun. Like, you know, we're having fun. We're seeing all the weird and wacky ways that people die. Like, you know, it's a very fun movie. But yeah, I think that's about it for my brief thoughts on the monkey. So yeah, thank you for watching, and especially if you've been watching since Longlegs, then yeah, I really appreciate the viewership, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.